Hello and welcome into the Double T Insider. I'm Caitlin Kravick alongside Brett Brown, bringing you the inside access into Texas Tech athletics.
This week we sit down with Red Raider Volleyball senior offensive hitter, Bryan David.
We also take a look at Red Raider Soccer's successful start to the season and spotlight senior defender Jaylene Hinkle.
Then we give you an update on former Texas Tech basketball star Jay Crockett and what he's been up to since his senior season.
After a victory of 42-35 over Central Arkansas, Texas Tech is starting off its season in the win column. When we come back, we feature junior wide receiver Jaquan Grant.
Welcome back to the Double T Insider. I'm Alexandra Haley. This week, we feature Red Raider football's fearless wide receiver, Jaquan Grant.
Jaquan Grant, inside receiver, junior. What drew me to Texas Tech is that they like small receivers, and I seen that, and I really want to come here. The first thing, like out of high school, they offered me, but they also offered another small guy, which kind of like broke my heart. And I was like, I thought I was y'all guy, so it made me, commit later. But Texas Tech, when I came on a visit, I was like, oh man, I love it. It feels like home. And so I committed on the same day. I've had a lot of people telling me that I'm small, I can't do it, so that made me want to go out and do it even more, so. And also Coach Morris, he told me, don't be scared, just go out there, you catch the ball. You're going to get hit anyway, so no matter what, just go out and catch the ball. And, but also growing up, it's been telling me, you can't do it, you're too small. You won't be able to handle those big guys. So I was like, yeah, you're probably right. I can't, block those big guys, do that. But one thing I can do, I can run past you, I can shake you. So I take that into one of my strengths and show the world and show that other people that, short guys like me, you can play at the skill level. Jace and Eric Ward is gone, so everybody's putting the pressure on me, like, hey, Jaquan, now you're our guy, so we need you to do this. But they don't realize that I'm not just the only guy. We have Bradley, we have DJ, we have Reginald. I was the third receiver or whatever, had the most receiving yards, but it's just not about me. It's about, us as a team. Showing the country that Texas Tech is not going to have this 7-5, going 7 games straight and losing 5 again. I want to show them that Texas Tech doesn't have that loser streak as a tradition. That we want to go out and show them that we're one of the top teams in the nation. We didn't lose because of y'all physically beat us and y'all better than us. We lost because we have penalties and stuff like that. And if we play at the right place, like if we play with no penalty and nothing like that, then we'll definitely easily be at the top in the nation.
Coming up next, we sit down with Red Raider Volleyball's Bryan David to discuss her senior season.
Bryan David from Denver City, Texas, and I'm an outside hitter. It's crazy that it's gone by so fast. I just remember my first day of two-a-days, and now my last one's over. As a freshman or a sophomore, even like an underclassman, you're in a completely different league now, Big 12, and so I'm just trying to help them make the transition and make it in a way that's not like I'm putting pressure on them in any way, but hey, it's okay, I've been there. Just being an encouraging leader, I guess. I grew up a Red Raider, that's all I've ever been, so that transition was really easy. It was an honor to get selected to the U.S. national team. It was quite an experience because I'd never been overseas before, and so that was completely different. I didn't know what to expect in that way, but it was so much fun, and just getting to see all these places with girls that, I might play against some of them, but those were, you're experiencing this new place with these new girls, and it was just, it was a lot of fun. It definitely brought me out of my shell. I've just been so blessed to have the amazing teammates that I've had, and I'll forever cherish those memories I've had with them, whether it be through travel or just little conversations on the court, little things we do outside of volleyball, because those are friendships that, you're around each other all the time, so those are your closest friends. I'm really excited. I think that, my freshman year we had a lot of young girls, and so now we are the seniors and the juniors, and So it's a lot of upperclassmen who have a lot of experience, and we're not new to the Big 12. Like, we've played there, we've been to all these places, we know what to expect, and we've grown in our skills and like knowing what to do in certain situations just because we've matured on the court and matured as players. And so I'm really looking forward to this year and seeing that come out of a lot of girls.
Coming up after the break, we take our show to the John B. Walker Soccer Complex to preview their season. Welcome back to the show. This week, we sat down with Denver, Colorado native and senior defender, Jaylene Hinkle.
My name is Jaylene Hinkle. I'm a defender, and I'm from Denver, Colorado. So I was with the U23s, and we were in, this last camp I went to was Seattle, Washington. And I guess just what I take most from it is just the experience with being all of these players across the country, because they're so good. And I guess just being in that environment, you just automatically grow and you learn so much because you're playing with the best players, you're getting the best coaches from the country. So it's just such a learning experience, and when you're there, it's just, you can just feel the environment and the intensity, and everyone's competing, and you're just getting so much better in your game, so it's a lot of fun. For me, I just worked a lot on my two-touch rhythm and service into the box. Being an outside back on our team is kind of like being an outside midfielder. You got to get up and down the field, and I think Tom has really worked with me just to make sure that my service is always on point, and that, you know, when I get out onto the flanks, that it's a two-touch rhythm, that I'm finding people's feet or I'm finding people over the top. So it was just a lot for me, just growing and getting better at the service that I'm putting into the box so that we have more opportunities to finish our chances. So the Herman Trophy is kind of like the Heisman Trophy for soccer. It's the best player in the country in college. And so you kind of get on the list from previous seasons. So me and Janine are on that list from our season in 2013. And it's just an honor to be actually just nominated, even if you don't win, because it's just you're being recognized for the work that you put in. I don't want to look at it as something where all of a sudden I have to be so much better than I was. I just want to play the way that I played last year, because that's how you get on the list. So, you know, if I do have a target, my teammates are going to help me get better, and obviously, you know, it's going to be a group effort of just playing the same way that we played last year. Sometimes it's nerve-wracking, but, you know, I know that so my teammates do look up to me, and I want to be that leader for them. I want to be able to, you know, go out on the field and play my very best, no matter if it's a practice or a game, just to almost lead by example, if you will, I guess. Just because I guess for me, when I came in and our seniors, that's exactly what they did. You know, they showed us how to be better soccer players. They showed us what it took to come out and get a starting position and play in a game. So I just want to be that to my teammates and make sure that, you know, I'm leading them, but also being there for them on and off the field. Our fans are some of the best in the country, because when they come out here, you know, you hear them the whole time. They're cheering us on, they're loud, they're rowdy. So, you know, just to bring the same intensity and atmosphere that they've always brought to past seasons, because that's what gets us going and that's what helps our home field advantage. We want to take every game one game at a time. Obviously, we want to have a better year than we had last year, and last year was a great year, but I know with the new players that we have on our team now, I know we can go so much farther. So obviously, it's the Big 12 tournament, and after that, it's NCAA. So just game by game, we're going to make sure we continue to get better, and we're going to get the wins that we need. I mean, there's so many memories, but I guess mine has just been like the camaraderie on this team. A lot of my past teams, it was kind of, you know, cliquey, and a lot of people were, I guess, maturing and getting to a place in life where they knew who they were and stuff. And just being on this team, everyone's just so, I mean, just wanting to be together, playing together. So it's just kind of, for me, just been a better experience from past ones, because I love my team. I love playing here and all the girls that I get to see every day.
Stay tuned. After the break, we bring you Jay Crockett's Post-Grad Life, as well as a new segment featuring Davis Webb and Kenny Williams that you won't want to miss. Welcome back to the show. The Double T Insider traveled to Clovis, New Mexico, hometown of the former Red Raider basketball standout, Jay Crockett.
I mean, I feel like I've been extremely busy, just trying to manage working kids out, holding my own camps, trying to finish with my master's, and I've been back and forth to Vegas and back doing some training and stuff up there, so I've been pretty busy. The only experience I really had was doing camps when I was in high school. You know, you have to do the high school kids, and doing the camps at Texas Tech, the team camps, overnight camps, stuff like that. But besides that, I just kind of go off the knowledge I know I've learned from coaches over the years, and just try to teach stuff that my dad and my uncle taught me over my time period of just playing basketball, and it kind of just works out. Actually, I was telling them the other day, I feel like I I just see some attributes that I've gotten from him just over the years, especially with coaching. Like you just kind of it gets instilled in you that you just kind of learn unconsciously. He just puts all kind of things in me, but it's just things he's taught me that I appreciate too. A lot of things I've learned, and it's helped me get to where I am right now. You kind of get stuck in the mindset of living in a small town. You think you can only do little things, and people get stagnant. And I think that just someone motivating them and showing them that it's more to life than just staying here and just doing little things. You can do big. We can affect a lot of people in this world, and I just want to be someone that motivates them to keep people on that right path. Well, it's something that me and my dad kind of talked about. He just seen how I talk to kids and just how I talk like publicly, and he was like, I think we could kind of do something with that. And I was like, yeah, I want to train kids. And we just kind of threw our ideas, just brainstormed. We're just going to do some motivational speeches to kids, do some camps, some individual workouts, and we're also doing this thing called a J. Crockett Scholarship. So I want to give kids that feeling that I've got all my life. So now I'm in a situation where I can. From my dad to my mom to my especially my grandma, like she'll give her shirt off her back to someone that has a shirt on and just help me become who I am, which I think is great to give back to people. Like, I don't know why anyone wouldn't want to give back. It just doesn't make sense to me, but it's just something that I've just learned in my life. That team they have now is a bunch of athletic freaks. Like them kids, I wish I played with them. I really do. I feel like, I don't know if it'll be next year, but that team's gonna do something special because they have so much talent and the kids are real athletic. It's like the talent's just everywhere. They just need to get it in a bottle and just and have it composed. And once they get control of their bodies and learn how to play, then I think them kids can do great. I really do, especially those freshmen. And the guys coming up there, they know that we had a good year. The past year we had, so they just want to build off of that. It wasn't what none of us wanted in the end, but it was better than the years in the past, so they're just going to build off that. The way Coach Smith is, he's about fundamentals and structure. Like, he's going to make sure guys are doing what they need to do. They're playing into the system. They're playing like he wants them to play. He's going to get it out of them, so that's how I know it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be this year or the next year, but it's going to happen. They're going to have a good team. You kind of just miss that and having that camaraderie you do in the locker room. They were talking about something someone said in a group text. I'm like, dang, I'm not even in a group text anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had a little tear coming down my eye, but it's just a change. You just have to adjust. I realized it was going to come, and just not getting calls to be at the meetings or being at the locker room, being at practice. So, but I mean, I still live with them, so we see each other all the time, and I go to the gym and work out, so I still see them. But it's just not that just every single second just with your brothers all the time. So I kind of miss that, but I mean, it's a part of life. You have to move on and make changes. Well, I just signed a contract to go play in Italy, in Milan, so got a good, I've talked to the people around my family, and everyone looked over the contract. It's just a blessing. It's just because it's kind of in a late period of overseas and people signing, and something just came out of the blue, and just, I mean, the hard work paid off, so I'm just happy to get that whole new adventure started.
This week, we're bringing you a new segment featuring Davis Webb and Kenny Williams called How Well Do You Know Your Teammate? Check it out.
All right, Double T Insider here with Red Raider Football's Davis Webb and Kenny Williams. We're about to play a game today called How Well Do You Know Your Teammate? All right, guys, I know you've only played together for a year, but you're roommates, so you probably should be aces at this, right?
Right.
Okay, let's do first question. What do you think is each other's celebrity crush? Should be interesting. All right, flip them over. Y'all put the same thing. Selena Gomez, oh my God. So would that be right for both of you? Would you say?
Yes, I would say so.
I have like 10, so yeah.
Okay, let's do next question. Guilty pleasure television show. Get some interesting answers out of this. Flip them over. So we have Keeping Up with the Kardashians with the hashtag and Pretty Little Liars. So is that true?
That is definitely true.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so embarrassing. Okay, last question. Sport you would play if you weren't playing football? Or sport each other would play? You can't do two answers.
Double sport, two-sport athlete.
Oh my gosh. Okay, flip them over. So you have basketball and soccer and golf.
That is definitely true.
Close. I'll probably say hockey.
Oh.
Okay. Well, it seems like y'all know each other pretty well, so thank y'all for joining us today.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. After the break, we're coming back with our tweets of the week, as well as the upcoming games in Texas Tech athletics.
I'm Luke Heath with the Double T Insider, and each week we pick the best tweets about Texas Tech athletics and air them right here on the show. And this week we're featuring tweets about Red Raider soccer and Texas Tech football. Texas Tech's Janine Becky tweeted, "Couldn't be more proud of this team. Defeated number 11 in the nation on the road. Just one more for the books. This team is special. Hashtag wrecked Notre Dame." Texas Tech student Katie Rose tweeted, "Wreck 'em Tech. What a fantastic first game at my school. Great win, great job, boys. Hashtag TTU and hashtag wreck 'em." The first game of the season is out of the way along with all the jitters that go with it. Ready for next week's game. Hashtag wreck 'em and hashtag guns up. That's all the tweets for this week's episode, but be sure to follow the Double T Insider on Twitter and check back with us next week when your tweet could just be featured on the show.
Friday, Texas Tech Volleyball begins their UTPA tournament in Edinburgh, Texas, where they will play Texas A&M Corpus Christi. First serve will begin at 11:30 a.m. Central Time. Later that day, the Red Raiders will face the University of Texas Pan American. Game time is set for 7 p.m. Central. Friday, Texas Tech Soccer returns home from the Notre Dame Invitational. The Red Raiders will face Sam Houston State. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. Central Time. Texas Tech Volleyball concludes their UTPA tournament in Edinburgh, Texas Saturday. The Lady Raiders will play Lamar starting at 11 a.m. Central Time. Saturday, Texas Tech football plays the first away game of the season as they travel to the Sun Bowl in El Paso, Texas. There, the Red Raiders will battle UTEP for the first time since 2007. Texas Tech leads the all-time series 12-6-1. Kickoff is set for 10 p.m. Central Time and can be seen on Fox Sports 1. Sunday, Texas Tech Soccer is back at the John Walker Soccer Complex. The Red Raiders will face Portland State. Kickoff is set for 1 p.m. Central Time.
Stay tuned. The Double T Insider will be right back after the break.
Well, that's a wrap for this week's episode of the Double T Insider. Thanks so much for watching.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook to stay up to date with Texas Tech athletics. For Caitlin Kravick, I'm Brett Brown, and until next time, guns up.